Squid Game Season 1, Episode 4 Recap. There's a distinct high school cafeteria vibe to the early portions of this outing, as the survivors, still reeling from the latest sugar rush, adjust to the comparative normality of the time between games. 101's little goon squad has adopted the role of the bullies, smugly dining away in the corner even as a few other prisoners complain there is no food and water left for them. The staff is adamant that there was exactly enough for everyone, so the starving player confronts 101, and gets beaten to death for his goal. As 111 is told later by the staff, this was intentional, designed to stoke up rivalries between the players. If 111 has any chance of survival, he has to align himself with the strongest group. Lights Out is treated like a ticking clock device and stick to the team. Everyone knows that something is going to go down in the dark. 111 tries to avoid his fate by telling 101 that he knows what the next game is. He's told to stay in the corner and stay quiet. When the lights go out, the frontman watches on through thermal cameras, and instructs the staff to flash the lights on and off as chaos erupts in the dorm. This whole sequence, thanks in large part to this lighting, takes on a distinct horror vibe reinforced by the brutality. Several people get messily stabbed to death. The camera starts to focus on Jihan and his friends as they look for 001, who's missing in all the carnage. Seok joins Team Jihan just before the cries of 001, stood at the very top of a tower of bunk beds, brings the fighting to a close. Promptly, the lights return, the staffers enter, and everyone is brought under control. As the coffins are brought in and the dead are taken out, Jihan decides it's time for everyone to exchange names. 199 is Ali Abdul, from Pakistan. We already know Sangwoo and Seok. 001 can't recall his name, sadly. Still riding high from all the murdering, 101, whose name is Deoksu, sneaks off to the bathroom for some alone time with 212, who promises she'll kill him if he betrays her. It's a weird relationship, this, and it's difficult to see where it's heading. I guess we'll see. In the meantime, Junho realizes that the person coughing in the room next to his is actually coughing in Morse code, spelling out room 29. More on this as it develops. It's time for the next game. This one requires teams of 10 and has a time limit of 10 minutes. That means that the smaller groups have to form bigger ones, which means there is some decision-making that needs to be done. Sangwoo proposes they each bring in one guy, since men tend to be better at most games, on average, and he also advises Ali to hide his left hand, which is missing 2 fingers. Sangwoo approaches 069 but turns him down because he's adamant about his wife coming along. Our team already has too many girls, he says, exposing himself as a bit of a prick. Speaking of which, Deoksu stops 212, Minia, from joining his team, and assaults her when she publicly begs him. Remember what she said about him being dead if he betrayed her.